Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM22 story, The Head Coach, with me, Daniel. It's part 79 today and things are hotting up. We face Liverpool and Chelsea, two of the Premier League's top six, and the top of the table is all just starting to get a little bit tighter. And what's more, we might have had an injury crisis in the last episode. It's even worse now. The ones that are just coming back aren't fit enough yet, and there's more out long term, and they're all in the same positions. So if you're looking forward to seeing if we can somehow fall over the line, please do put a thumbs up on the video, subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on for daily FM22 content. We had drama in yesterday's Hemel save. I'll put a link to that up in the eye above. I'll also put a link there to the Twitch channel and the football podcast for regular content. But thank you as always for your incredible support as we try and find out what on earth is causing all of our injury troubles, because there's no point even going to the fixtures at the moment. We've only played the one game off camera, but let me just show you here at the medical centre. And the new current injuries: Johnny has been added, Ryan Cherky has been added, both of them 3 to 5 week injuries when they were new. And even when the likes of Mbappe and Sancho returned, they've been out so long it takes them a while to get back. We did manage to win our one game off camera, which was a very narrow victory against the Championship side in the FA Cup. Magno Luiz and Ryan Cherky, before his injury, scored the winning goal. But against top Premier League opposition, you saw how we played against Arsenal. We saw the turnaround against Everton in the Carabao Cup. And away from home, we're not great. So this Liverpool game, I have a fear, could be a mauling. We're going to go and head straight into the first game because, quite frankly, it might be better to get this one over with. The positive news for us: Chelsea battered by Spurs in the early kickoff today. Manchester City playing Everton later though, and if we lose and they win, the pressure will be cranked on, with the gap just 4 points and then possessing Erling Haaland. Arian Kalantari doing the job to help us out though, so let's see what 11 we can get out today, and more importantly, what we can put on the bench, because I think that's going to be the far bigger question. Well, just the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, João Felix, we've got João Pedro as well in their team. I think they might be all right. We did manage to rest nearly everyone against Villa. I was willing to go out if it kept us in the title race. But at this point, we're looking at a squad that is threadbare. I've promoted Fraser McIntyre from the under-23s just to give us a bit more strength in depth. You can see Agumbi and Mbappe not quite there. Fofana will be a risk if we play him. But we have still got a decent 11. So let's put it together, confirm we're happy with it. We'll be back in a minute to run through it. So everyone apart from the promoted youngster Fraser McIntyre in the squad today. We have taken a couple of gambles too. The one positive we've got is both Amponza and Hannibal back from international duty. Hannibal, this will be his first game back. He had a knock as well when he came back. We're going to have to leave Fofana out. The reason being, Bassone and Fofana are both one yellow card from a suspension. And if Fofana starts, can't play the whole game, gets his, then Bassone comes on and gets one as well, we're screwed for next week. So I'd rather take the hit with Bassone, and we'll see how it goes later on. The 11 in full though is Ilyan Meslier in goal. We've got Gaia and Bordenelli the fullbacks, with Inacio and Bassone as centre-half. And Ponza and Jalocca the midfield. Jalocca's now becoming a really good centre-mid, so we've got to take one positive from this season, or this recent run. He's now a natural and he's starting to look world-class, so really happy with him. And he's one of the few young stars in this team. Yakubu's another, he's out on the right wing. His aerial threat is going to be massive in this run-in. We've also got Fernandez and Zolis a part of that attacking midfield three. And Rashford up front. Bar the City game, he's really struggled recently. Not consistent. And let's be fair to him, he's 33. He's declining a bit, and he shouldn't be playing every week. So that's the 11 we've gone for. The bench is just whoever's available. We're without stars, and we're a little threadbare after the 11. But this starting team is not too bad. Stronger than the last episode, but can it get a result? Well, 8 changes for us from the cup tie. Hopefully the rest will have helped, but there's a very good Liverpool team here. I don't know why they've struggled so much in recent years. Joe Gomez, Max Aarons and Trent Alexander-Arnold part of the back four. Going forward, the likes of João Felix, João Pedro and Emil Smith-Rowe in the side. And on the bench, Everton youngster Jared Branthwaite has made his way over, and Curtis Jones still there too. Gvardiol sub left back as well. So let's go and get through the first half. I'm hopeful that we can maybe sneak a result, but let's be honest, anything other than a defeat here is pretty good going. Well, a quiet 9 minutes as we're back with Meslier not picking the ball up in his own box, giving it to Inacio, who plays out to Bordenelli. He runs down the left wing to Zolis and finds Bruno Fernandes. Big switch to Yakubu. That would have been a lovely moment. Not the best finish, Yakubu, for a centre forward. He's a brilliant player. He's great in the air. We've not seen a huge amount on the deck from him this season. As Bruno Fernandes puts in a corner. To the back post, Yakubu's aerial threats there. It's great goalkeeping to tip it behind. It's going to be another corner. But early on, the pressure is coming from us, which is good to see. As Fernandes up again. Yakubu wins the header. Rashford's there. Back to Fernandes. But the free kick for offside. Bordenelli is the one who's punished. I didn't even see him getting involved in the play. Unless he was on the keeper, I don't know. But a positive 15 minutes. We need to make it count though, as Bassone's got a free kick in his own half. Finds Amponza into Bruno Fernandes. Big switch to Zolis. He gets down the left wing, has a chance to cross. Instead goes back to Jalocca. He finds Bordenelli. Down to Jalocca again. In towards Rashford. Good block Gomez. But the clearance hits his own man. And it finds Jalocca, who crosses for Yakubu. And he's missed from close range. I would have banked on him to put that in. Your worry is that Liverpool will probably grow into the game. They're not going to be this bad the whole way through. But they are 7th or 6th. And there must be a reason for that. As Brown goes down the right. Through ball's poor. Inacio intercepts for Bordenelli. We need to avoid the yellow card for Bassone as well. His centre-half partner's already got one. As Meslier plays to Bassone. 1-2 and back out to Inacio. Can we work them on the counter? It's a poor ball which Alexander-Arnold intercepts. And Smith-Rowe finds Pedro. He's released João Felix. He's in one-on-one. And after a dominant start, Liverpool's first shot on target looks like it's gone in. But is the offside flag going to save us? VAR is checking. The goal is awarded. And that's what happens if you don't take your chances. Liverpool lead 1-0. It's completely against the run of play. And we're back with half an hour on the clock as Inacio plays out from the back again. Can he find a better pass this time? Bordenelli to Zolis and Fernandes. Back to Bordenelli. Just waiting for that breakthrough. It's all in front of Liverpool at the moment. Inacio goes all the way back. It's the safe option there. The centre-halves do not want to pass it forward. Big long kick towards Rashford, who brings it down brilliantly. That is absolutely superb. He only turns up for the big derbies. Did it against City. He's now doing it against Liverpool. Marcus Rashford makes it 1 apiece. It's been a very well-deserved goal, that. Well, on a stroke of half-time, we've got a corner kick with Fernandes. Up to Inacio. What a time to score. It's deserved. We've been the dominant force in this half. I still think we've only conceded the 1 shot on target. And Manchester United deservedly lead. The title charge is back on. What we've got to do is hold on defensively, which at the moment, I probably wouldn't bank on. At start the second half, though, we've done really well so far. But we've got an ageing team. We've got a team that struggles for fitness. And late on, we've conceded a lot of goals this year. As we approach the hour mark, though, we're pretty happy with how we're going. What I'm going to do, as Bassone's been poor, but he's not been booked yet, I'm going to bring Fofana on for his comeback. Because we know now, even if he does get booked, we'll have Bassone next week. Jalocca hasn't been great, so Hannibal can make his comeback in midfield. And Zolis on the left, much the same. He'll be replaced by Magno Luiz, who, to be fair to him, has had a massive impact since he's come back from loan. As Gaia's got a throw on the right to Yakubu. Back to Gaia again, in towards Inacio, who found himself forward. Gaia recycles it to Bruno Fernandes. He finds Amponza. Can we get that third goal? It'd be well and truly deserved, as Hannibal to Luiz, 2 of the subs combine. Hannibal again to Amponza. Going to go all the way back here, aren't we? Inacio on halfway. Don't you dare turn to the keeper. Play short to Fofana. Here's Amponza. Lovely ball to Rashford. Finds Yakubu in towards Luiz. Alexander-Arnold does well. Long kick forward which Fofana gets to. Switches to the left to Luiz and Fernandes. 2 up in support. Yakubu's one. Yakubu's shot's brilliantly saved. But he'll have another chance from the corner because Fernandes will be aiming straight for the 6'6" man's head. Here he comes with the in-swinging delivery. Big ball up to the back post. And Inacio heads over the bar. Got one already in this game. Couldn't double his tally. Well, 20 minutes to go as Liverpool have a throw-in in the left-back area. Aarons plays out to Malambo. I've got to say, this performance has probably been one of the surprises of the season for me. This and the City one in January. Just 2 performances out of nowhere in the big games, which suggests a good mentality. And that's a positive for us, as Hannibal picks the ball up, goes wide to Magno Luiz, has got Bordenelli in support. Plays inside to Inacio. Just waiting for the right through ball here. But at the moment, content to keep possession. You just don't want the mistake at the back. A third goal and I'd be more comfortable with this. As Hannibal again We saw what happened against the City rivals of Everton in the League Cup. They got 2 late goals against us as Magno Luiz chips up towards Rashford. Got support from Luiz again. Into the box he goes. What an impact this man has made. Magno Luiz makes it 3-1 to United. And I've been so impressed with him since his comeback. The staff meeting's telling us to recall him and Castle. It's a shame we didn't get to see the latter. But Magno Luiz, I think, has just wrapped up 3 points. And looking at this, I cannot work out why Liverpool are so poor. They've got a wonderful side, but they can't get in the top 4 as Inacio switches to Yakubu here. On the right wing, gets towards the byline. Could we embarrass them even? And Ponza delivers to the back post. Luiz up again. Just over the bar. It's a wonderful run. And this has been a vintage performance. One of the best of the season against the big boys. Yes, it's going to be hard to back it up against Chelsea, but that is just about the best we could have hoped for. Liverpool 1, Manchester United 3. A stunning display. And arguably, it could have been a lot more. 26 shots to 10. So let's go and tell the lads we're happy. Couple of players edging back from injury. And if the 2 games a week in March don't affect the lads too much, we might be alright. On to Chelsea though. Could all go wrong yet. Fitness test time then, and there's plenty to be discussed. Unfortunately, Pavati, Mbappe, Shirky not back yet. Fofana still only recommended 45 minutes, but we might risk it today. He made a big impact when he came on. And Hannibal and Agumbi should now be back too. Let's get through to the fixtures. City won back-to-back games. They're now 4 points behind us. If it wasn't for the fact that the AI was so poor at being consistent, we'd probably be out of this title race now. But when you see Chelsea getting battered at home by teams like Sheffield United, with the greatest of respect to them, you've got to think maybe it's your year. So let's get through the tactical meeting. I'm not going to make many changes if I can avoid it. But from next week, we're back to 2 games a week. So then we'll have to start to be careful. You can see everyone that played last week is fit. Everyone on the bench is basically fit. So I'm going to swap Fofana for Bassone at centre-half. That strengthens the team. And I'm going to bring Agumbi onto the bench for Ben White, which again should strengthen the squad. So our 11 exactly the same except for the 1 change at centre-half. Fofana coming back in. And hopefully the rest of the lads can provide another display like last week. Because if they do, I think we'll win the game. And into the game with the weird Chelsea side who perform in all the big games and then just decide not to be motivated at home to some mid-table sides. Our former goalkeeper Dean Henderson is in goal for Chelsea. Reece James and Ben Chilwell still the fullbacks 10 seasons in. And Mount and Hudson-Odoi a key part of the attacking team. The likes of Soler, McKennie and Moukoko all in there too. And the bench includes one Dejan Kulusevski, currently at Spurs in real life. So let's go and get into the first half. Another late kickoff in the Premier League. We've got most of them motivated. They're on the back of a great performance. Surely we can get them to deliver again. Through the tunnel interview we go. Let's hope we can make it back-to-back wins. And with it, a great chance at the title. Well, we are back almost immediately. Just 2 minutes on the clock and Yakubu is busy losing the ball to Chilwell in the middle of the park. Moukoko picks it up, goes wide to Thielman. Through ball again. It's a great bit of play. He's one of the top scorers in the league. Basically, you've got him and Haaland on their own up top. At the top of the Premier League scoring charts. And we might get to see why today as Hudson-Odoi takes a corner. Jalocka heads away. Soler will keep the ball in on the left-hand side. Plays to McKennie, his centre midfield partner. To Mason Mount. All the way back to Bastone and Chilwell. Chelsea certainly started the better. What we've got to do is avoid what Liverpool did, which was conceding early as Moukoko from distance just over. It's a wonderful effort over the bar. And with 3 gone, Chelsea perhaps started the better. As we're back with the ball on halfway for Fofana to Inacio. Very advanced team here as Rashford finds Yakubu. Block to Jalocka. Back to Zolis. Shots just wide of the post. Not going to get too far playing like that. Hopefully, that's the start of things to come though. As James has got a throw on the right for Chelsea. Been a good start to this match. It is Chelsea who are the better at the moment though. As Soler loses in the middle to Amponza who does really well. Finds Rashford. He gets it to Gaia, the fullback. Big ball over to the left to Zolis. Flicks on, but no one's there. Bastoni can play out from the back for Chelsea. To his centre-half partner. Into Soler in midfield. And wide to Reece James. He finds Scalvini again. And we're not really pressing them that high at the moment. But we don't need to, because the pass is straight to Zolis. He can get away down the left. Into the box. Back to Bruno Fernandes. That'll do. Zolis with a wonderful interception on halfway, carries the ball beautifully, and Bruno smashes it in off the underside of the bar. And just like the Liverpool game, we've got an early lead. This time, we probably don't deserve it though. As we're back with a quarter of the game gone, Guy getting the throw into Bruno Fernandes. Just goes for the big hook up the line, but Rashford can't get there. Hudson-Odoi finds McKennie and Soler. Moukoko finds Hudson-Odoi again. He goes from distance. That is a wonderful goal. What can you do about that? It wasn't even hit with immense power. He just curled it, placed it beautifully from 30 yards. And unfortunately, Meslier probably had no chance. It's 1-1. I'd argue it's fair based on the game so far. It's our only shot on target we've scored from. Chelsea haven't been dominant by any means, but they've looked slightly more threatening. As Fofana plays out to Jaloka and Yakubu, who's away down the right. He's got no one with him though. Going to have to hold this ball up. He gets to the byline. Curls wins the free kick. Does he know? Chilwell tries to foul him. It falls for Bruno Fernandes. And that is Yakubu in a nutshell. Absolutely brilliant. Works it down the right. He held it up so well. And he's unfortunate not to be awarded an assist because the header dropped down from the clearance to Fernandes. But Yakubu did so much there. And then Chelsea go straight up the other end and score. This game has come to life. Moukoko shows why he's so good. Goal and assist for him. 2-2 at the break. It's been a pretty even game. But anyone could win this. Lord knows what's going to happen in the second half. Let's get the lads motivated and try and find out. As we're back in the first minute of it for Bordenelli playing out from the back. Jaloka with a switch of play to Yakubu. He goes wide to the left towards Zolis, but Reece James is there to clear. Thielman on the right hand side. Got support, goes long to Moukoko, who's got him behind again. And it's 3-2 to Chelsea. I think VAR will check it. But I'm pretty sure that's in. In fact, there's no check. It's 3-2. And we're in trouble. Fofana got the best rating of the defenders, but both of those goals have come down his channel as Henderson plays out wide. Bordenelli intercepts to Zolis. Cuts in from the left, just inside the Chelsea half. Up to Rashford. Yakubu's in support. So is Bruno Fernandes on a hat-trick. His shot goes over the bar though. Not the best start to the second period. And if Chelsea win this, it gets tense. But we've got a free kick 25 yards out. Perfect for the Fernandes right-footed shot. Just wide though. Beats the post, beats the wall, beats everything. But doesn't find the back of the net. And with an hour gone, that's how it remains. Meslier is back with the ball in goal. And we're going to have to think about changes in a moment. It will be a different side once we get the likes of Pavati back. And maybe even Mbappe as well, but still, for now we've got to find solutions. And here, we're relying on Bordenelli, charging down the left to Zolis, who beats Reece James. He's giving him a torrid time, cuts inside, it's a brilliant goal. Christos Tollis is coming to life. There's no Sancho, there's no Mbappe, that's why he's in the team. But now, I'm starting to be delighted that Murtow rejected 80 million for him on deadline day, because he is making one hell of an impact. He single-handedly got us back in this game now. Set up the first, scored the third. And it's 3-3 at Old Trafford. What a game. Scalvini brings it over halfway for Chelsea. They're straight on the attack again. Thielman through to Soler. Where's the defence gone? Soler to the byline. Across towards Moukoko. Thankfully, Meslier's able to hold. Jeez, the defending has not been good. Inacio plays out from the back again. Chelsea not pressing him. He goes wide to Bordenelli. Down the line to Zolis. Got to be a foul. Surely that's a foul from Reece James. It's not given, and Scalvini plays long. Thielman's going to score from it as well. He's in one-on-one. Great block. Brilliant from Bordenelli. How was that not a foul? Yakubu's struggling physically, but I don't want to take him off. We haven't got a threat. So I've got to leave him, really. Rashford will come off. I'll chuck Zolis up front, and on the left wing, we'll go for Magno Luis, who made the impact against Liverpool. We're also going to go in midfield for Hannibal, who will replace, I think, Amponza, and we'll move Jaloka over. And we'll leave it at 2 for now, just in case we have a problem with Fofana, or if anyone else gets themselves in trouble. We're just under 20 to go, and I'm afraid one of Yakubu or Fernandes is going to have to come off soon, because they just haven't got the legs in there. Fernandes has been the key player here, so I feel Yakubu might have to be the one. As McKennie plays long, Inacio mops up, finds Meslier at the back, who plays it back to him. Big long clearance down the right, but Chilwell's there first, and at this point, I know Yakubu's got the aerial threat, but him not being there and defending and working with Chilwell is actually harming us. Fernandes misses out there as he tried to nick one high up. Thielman gets into the box. Meslier makes a good save. I'm going to make the sub. Russell Thompson, will come on the right wing. And we're just going to go for pace rather than physicality, as Inacio gets the ball in midfield, finds Magno Luiz. Cuts in from the left to Bruno Fernandes. He's got support. Great interception, but it falls for Luiz again. Back to Bordanelli. All the way to Inacio on halfway. Up to Hannibal. Finds Jalocca, who's now in the box-to-box role. To Fernandes. To Zolis. Oh, that is superb. You can't rule that out, VAR. You can't rule that out. It was too good a goal. It didn't look offside. The goal is awarded. It's a stunner from Christos Zolis. Bruno Fernandes sets it up. And it's 4-3 to Manchester United. My word. Chelsea are terrible defensively for a top side in the league. I know we've let in 3 here, but they let in goals galore. As Hudson-Odoi on the left finds Soler. Through to Chilwell. Here comes the fitting comeuppance for that. Moukoko shot brilliantly saved from Meslier. I thought we were about to let in a 4th. As Soler loses out to Bruno Fernandes, showing great energy in the 81st minute. But Hudson-Odoi's got more. He wins it back. And we're now on a clinging on job. The time wasting might have to go on today. Because we get to the 90th minute. And it is still 4-3. So the fullbacks will drop to defensive duties. Their job is to hang on here. Hannibal, defensive duty. Jalocca, deep line playmaker, defensive duty. Thompson as a winger. Magno Luiz as a winger. They're both going to drop back. Fernandes will stick on support. This is just about getting a job done now. Magno Luiz and Thompson will drop to a 4-4-1-1. We're also going to time waste all the time. We're going to be disciplined. We're going to slow the pace down and hold our shape. You all know the drill. This for us is about making sure we cling on. So let's see if we can get a crucial 3 points. If we win this, I make us title favourites. 5 minutes of stoppage time though, and Mount's got a corner. Up to the back post, Inacio heads away. But there's no one out there. Wirtz can just play wide. Mount's in again. 3 in the middle. Moukoko's one. Every single time. Why would you leave a striker who's got 38 goals for the season and 2 goals in this game, unmarked 6 yards out, when you're trying to cling on at 4-3? It's absolutely mind-blowing how bad the defending is. I'm going to turn all of this back to our normal mode. We'll be back in a minute to try and hold on for 4-4. Well, we've made the changes, but nothing's happening. And in the last minute, we give away the 3 points against Chelsea. It just about keeps that title race open and in a 3-horse race. Let's look at the table and when we're next going to be back. And this is now where we're left. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be back in European action Thursday nights, which will affect the league schedule. We're 5 points clear of City, 6 points clear of Chelsea. In the FA Cup, it's Chelsea v City and us v Liverpool. Are we going to live to regret not winning a League Cup? Because with the sides left, we should have won it. And it looks like a bottle job at the moment. If we have a look at the schedule though, we are going to be back for our next domestic cup action. Liverpool away in the FA Cup 5th round. Either side of it, we play our former club Palace and Newcastle at home, the money bags. Let's look at the positive, by the way. We've got a really friendly run in after that. Tottenham away, a difficult match, the same for West Ham. But the other 5, I'll be honest, I'd expect 5 victories. So maybe that is the positive we can take from this. And we should have everyone fit ready for it. If you're looking forward to finding out how we get on though, and you did enjoy this episode and that ridiculous game against Chelsea, please do put a thumbs up on it. Let me know in the comments if you think that last minute goal will be crucial in the title race. And how on earth are we going to cope if the injuries don't relent before the European football returns in 10 days' time. If you want to stay up to date and find out if we can win a trophy this season though, subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on for daily FM22 content. A massive one tomorrow in the Hemel save. You can see yesterday's in the eye above. There's also a link to the Twitch channel for regular live streams. We'll be live this evening at 7 PM with Football Manager. And there's the Football Podcast for regular championship predictions and much, much more. But above my head now, I'll leave yesterday's dramatic Hemel episode. Please do go and check it out. Thank you for watching as always. I'll see you in a couple of days for a big FA Cup tie.